We are in California at a rehearsal space that we use before every tour and getting prepared for the big show.
We're still getting ready for the first tour, which we start in South America and then we go to Europe. So we're trying out some of the new material. We played 3 off of the new album, which would be Waiting for the End, Iridescent, and The Catalyst.
All right, guys, let this be the catalyst of a great touring cycle.
All right.
The awkward, like, nope, that's all I can.
Right back in.
I can't.
Like we never missed a day. It's just right back to where we were when we left the tour off the last time. Well, I think the best thing to do is probably try to not expect anything, to not go into listening to the album with expectations other than I hope the songs are good. It's tough for me to tell people what to expect when it comes to this album because, you know, I think the music always speaks for itself, and part of me doesn't want to ruin any surprises. You know, I don't want to tell people it sounds like this or it sounds like that because it's filled with different concepts and lots of layers. Just from like a technical standpoint, it's more layered than anything we've done. With that said, I think that when people listen to it, they might pick up on different layers as they listen to it, and that just, you know, makes it easier for people to pull different things out of it, you know, conceptually. I think is the most mature album we've ever made. I think that it's the most challenging record we've made. You know, there's some technical stuff on the album that's challenging, but I mean challenging in the sense that we really approached the song arrangement, the writing of the songs, lyrics, melodies, in a much more free mind and free spirit kind of way. And we didn't get caught up in trying to construct songs that really fit, you know, what our formula, so to speak, is in terms of writing. And by doing so, we really, I think, allowed a lot of elements that have always been in our music to take more of a upfront role. A lot of the songs are very beat-driven. A lot of the electronics that may have been textural in the past are sitting up front, and the guitars and a lot of songs are very textural instead. So in a sense, it's very much a Linkin Park record in terms of style, but the way that the songs present themselves, I think, those things definitely give it a different sound. The reason why I think Catalyst works as a lead single is that it definitely offers up a different taste of Linkin Park. You know, it's got a really strong hook that runs through the whole song. It does fall out of the norm a little bit in terms of the structure. You know, it really changes tempo and changes emotion, you know, 2/3 of the way through the song. There's not really a chorus, really, you know. So it's not a good representation of the album as a whole. It's a good representation of where the band is at in terms of our taste and our style now. But it's kind of, I would liken it to picking a chapter in a book and reading the chapter and then going, oh, I know what the whole story is. You can still pick songs out as individual tracks that you like and listen to them that way, but the album really is very intentionally made to be listened to as a whole from beginning to end.
Thank you.
Much to our satisfaction and also surprise, even though each song has its own theme and its own, intended kind of underlying story that developed as we wrote the songs actually, when they're played all together, they really do tell a story. And that was kind of something that I think was a happy accident. When we found the magical order of putting these songs on the album, it turned out that there was a really human type of story, a real struggle being told. And it really feels like, we intentionally made this album as a concept and really had a premeditated idea.
Like when I think concept record, I think Tommy, or I think The Wall, or I think like, rock operas and stuff like that. And this isn't any of those things. It doesn't have a singular narrative with a conflict and resolution. It's more built on, just various loose concepts, and it evolves over the course of 48 minutes. So that is to say that it's kind of more abstract than it is narrative.
Like a riot rocking every revision, but you listen to the tone and the violent rhythm, and though the words sound steady, so empties within.
10 years ago, I was 24 years old, and I was full of, this really intense energy. And, now I think I'm more passionate than intense nowadays. At least that's what Brad tells me.
Wishing I had strength to stand.
The things that we want to do as a band have changed, We intentionally want to change our style. It's just that we don't want to repeat something we've already done.
Any kind of song you make, any decision you make as a band, there will be people that love it and people that don't. And I mean, for us, it's really important right now to just keep ourselves happy first and foremost. When we were doing Hybrid Theory, it was fresher to us. Like it felt really new, and we thought we were doing something different with the stuff we were working with. As time's gone on, that's no longer new. It's not new to us, it's not new to anybody else. Like it was a moment in time, and we really loved that moment in time, but to go back there at this point in our career, like just today, I don't mean now and forever, I just mean right now, just doesn't feel exciting. So we're just trying to push the envelope and do something that's fun for us.
I think it's definitely important to us to really kind of force things in a new place, because it's easy to fall back on things that are comfortable, Oh, we want a heavy chorus. Let's grab the 7-string and throw some killer distortion on that, and it'll be big. That's just like everybody goes to that thing. So how do we accomplish that big release, that big payoff, without falling back on those things that we're so used to falling back on? As long as you're making music that you love and the band feels comfortable and confident in that track, then that's what should be written.
The hardest part of ending is starting again.
I started playing music, piano specifically, when I was like probably 3 or 4. So it's always been a part of my life, and same with drawing. By the way, I've been drawing since I was a little kid. So those two things have just been. I guess it's kind of like, in a weird way, it's part of my identity, part of my DNA, and I kind of don't know how to do it any other way. You know, if there was no Linkin Park tomorrow, I probably still would just be doing it for fun on my own. And maybe that's, I think a lot of the other guys feel that way too about the music, and maybe that's what makes, one thing that makes the band work is that, we're not doing this as a means to another end. We really just do it because we like to do it.
Standing in the wake of devastation, when you were waiting on the edge of the unknown, and with the cataclysm raining down, insides crying, save me now, you were there impossibly alone. Do you feel cold and lost in desperation? You build up hope, but failure's all you've known. Remember all the sadness and frustration.
I've been focused on music for so long, I kind of never really planned on anything else. Basically, I'd come to the conclusion that I hated all the bands in Arizona because I felt like our scene in Arizona was pretty weak at that time, and no record company is going to come to Phoenix, Arizona to find new music. So I was like, okay, I need to actually like pay my bills and think about like being like what in my opinion would be normal, like a normal 9 to 5 and plug away. And that was like super depressing, I knew when I got the tape with these kids making this music that was really awesome and they needed a singer, and I looked at my wife at the time, Samantha, and I was like, this is it. Like, I'm gonna go quit my job and move to California. We didn't care that every single label turned us down. We were making music that wasn't popular. We knew that there was something special, and we were building fans around the world from Rob's apartment, and we knew that it was just a matter of time before the labels were either too late and they missed the chance and we'd blown up on our own, or someone was gonna go, we should sign these guys now. There was a part of me that smirked when Hybrid Theory went diamond in the US. I was like, the record that no one wanted to make has sold 20 million record copies around the world, Ha! There's a little piece of you that likes to poke the bear a little bit. when you have a group of guys that are on the same page, that can take criticism, that don't need like a leader to guide them. You know, we're all very driven. We all can talk and communicate. We don't really. I don't think we've ever had there's never been a yelling match in our history.
Pooch, how was that in comparison? Better. Is it better? Cool. It felt good. Yeah. My piano was better on that one.
You know, if we don't like something, we can tell somebody I don't like it, and you know, I just don't like it. Let's do something different, and it's okay. The fact that we get along better the longer our career is something special. So, and also, you know, I think that Mike Shinoda is an amazingly talented songwriter. Things like that help. You know, having guys that can actually write good songs in a band usually is a good thing.
We're really lucky that we all kind of came together this way. There's a very special chemistry between our guys, and not because they're similar either. I mean, we're similar in some ways, but I think it's the differences, you know, just personality-wise and creatively that make the band. We keep each other in check, you know. We can make life difficult for everybody, for each other, but at the end of the day, we tend to be able to hash it out and, you know, make some music that we like listening to and play some shows that we like playing. And I mean, you know, just to be able to have done it for more than 10 years and still enjoy it that's a blessing in itself.
Tired of being what you want me to be, feeling so faithless, lost under the surface. I don't know what you expect.
We dreamed of success, you know, not in the way that we've gotten it. Our success has far surpassed any of our ideas of where we could have possibly gone. It's just amazing to stand on stage and look out and see a whole crowd of people just like jumping in unison and like singing their hearts out. That's what, I mean, where else in the world karaoke bars don't count? But where else in the world do people go and just let go so completely than at a rock show? You know, it doesn't matter what kind of music it is. I mean, when you go play it, you know, everybody's just lets their inhibitions go. They're out there singing at the top of their lungs, being passionate. You know, some people cry when their favorite song comes on. Other people, you know, rip their clothes off, and throw them at you, and, you know, light bonfires and get dirty and just human soup down there. Like, it never happens anywhere except in music, and that's beautiful.